Hello, Rama Rama Pupodu. Hope all are good, healthy always, feeling relaxed, and having a peaceful life. Now let's go to chapter 2, Power of God's Name. Stopping at Udupi for a couple of days, Ramdas proceeded to Mangalore where he had to stay only for a short time. P. Anand Rao, an elder brother of his former life, eagerly wished to take him to Kasaragod, a town to the south of Mangalore where he lived. At Ramdas' request, he arranged to procure for his occupation a small room of a newly built dharmashala in the midst of three temples. In the vicinity of the temples were two tanks in which he would have the morning bath. Anand Rao was very kind and loving. He was keen on Ramdas' comforts. The little room was fully equipped with the simple necessities of Ramdas' life. They consisted of a soft mat with a deer skin spread upon it, two ochre-colored kadar pieces, a couple of mats for visitors, a hurricane lantern, a country leaf umbrella, one copper water pot, and some religious books. A piece of cardboard was also nailed to the wall above his seat with the divine Ram mantram written in bold canaries type thereon. Ramdas gave these details since a strange event had happened has a close bearing upon them. His diet was milk, fruits, and plain boiled rice. During the first few days, crowds of visitors gathered around the rest house to see him. Of these, schoolboys formed the majority. Many earnest devotees of God also visited him. In the nights, he was often taken out to attend kirtan parties, where the popular devotional songs of the great Indian saints were sung. These songs contained the essence of the sublime Hindu philosophy. They treated of devotion, knowledge, and renunciation. Their direct mode of appeal elevated the mind and filled it with divine fervor. Among the hymns, the most popular were those of Kabir and Tukaram. Indeed, their poems were rare gems of spiritual thought, in which were blended perfect rhythm, lofty idealism, and pure emotion. In the afternoons, Ramdas was engaged in reading the English translation of Tulasidas Ramayana and rendering it in the vernacular for the benefit of the devotees who thronged the small room. They were imbibing with avidity the spiritual nectar provided by Tulasidas in his immortal work. One day, a young man weighed down by despondency and despair came to Ramdas. He recounted the tale of his woe. Ramdas advised him to repeat the Ram mantra and assured him that all would be well. The friend would thereafter visit Ramdas every day, and he saw the friend immersed in the japa of Ram Nam. A few days passed, and he came to Ramdas with a cheerful face and told him that the impending calamity and threatened him had passed off without scathing him in the least. All victory to that powerful name. The name of the Lord has undoubtedly the power of dispelling ignorance, pain, and misery. So saints all over the world are never tired of glorifying the name. One early morning, two old visitors who had retired from active life came to see Ramdas. They started a cozy little chat over their domestic worries. The thatching season has come, one was saying to the other. I have been on the lookout for grass bundles for that purpose, but could not procure any, as grass vendors could be rarely seen. I am much worried. That is nothing, cried out the other. My trouble is worse. Our front gate needs repair. Stray buffaloes get free access to my garden and lay waste every blessed thing I have planted. I called in carpenters for mending the gate, but they slipped out of my hands like eels. I can hardly sleep in peace at night. So on and so forth. Ad infinitum. Ramdas listened for a time to their frank exchange of confidences regarding their private troubles. He felt he was one too many on the spot and realized that they would better enjoy themselves without the presence of a third party who had no interest in their discourse. So he quietly glided out of the room and made his way with rapid strides to the top of a hill outside the town. Rambling for an hour, he retraced his steps to this little room. But where are the birds? They had flown away. However, they dropped in again the same evening and beseeched him to forgive them for the indiscretion in discussing their private worries in his presence at his retreat. With all the sweetness that Ramdas could command, he said, "The room in which Ramdas lives is open to all, for people who are beset with worldly troubles may freely retort to it and gain peace and calmness through the remembrance of God. On the other hand, if they come to the room with a bundle of their cares and opening is spread out its content, they are simply denying themselves the much needed solace which the room would otherwise yield." In one voice, they agreed with what Ramdas said and promised not to commit the blunder again. That's all, folks. Let's see you in the next chapter. Thank you. Bye bye. Rama Rama Puppodu.